as a warning, Lisa, I like to put music in the music bot in Discord. So if it's
Alright.
like too much noise for you, you can mute it. That's fine. I just like the extra
I
immersion
gotta
of it.
adjust the noise.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But it was just a heads up.
Alright.
Alrighty. Well, with that, are we all ready to go?
Why not?
Why not? All right, let's fucking yeet this week.
Yeah.
That's the music bot, don't worry.
Hi, music bot.
Hi, music bot. All right, well, if everyone's in Roll20 and ready to go, then let's begin. Welcome back, everybody. This is officially session 1 of Quest for Aetheria. Last time where we left off, we started off with the Festival of the Sun, and where they held the um, ceremony of remembrance, and we had most of the cast meet each other already, and everyone sort of seemed to gravitate towards Mistress Flora and was interested in the shenanigans that her and her entourage sort of got themselves into. Um, she is currently in a bit of a drunken stupor due to having roughly 6 spiced apple ciders to your count. Um, and you are going to be on your way to taking her back to the Queen's residence, which is the inn that Mistress Flora, Orlando, and Guar have been staying in their time in Vertilli. More like 6 times 10, yeah. So with that, let us move maps, and you are all free to roam around the cabin. You can still stuff your pizza in your face hole. That's fine, Silver.
Pizza? I
Yeah.
want pizza.
So,
Jesus.
Lisa, I've already added your token for Arj on the map. You can click on him and move him wherever you want to. I just placed him over there. But you can put him wherever you want.
Ooh.
How do I get my token on the map again?
You drag and drop from
I have a
your
little
journal.
thing.
Yeah, there
Okay,
you
I
go.
got it.
Yeah.
Which tool do I use to move myself? The select/move arrow? How do I move?
Yes. Yeah, you just click on your token.
Huh.
Let me check your journal. I should have it so that you can move him around. Let me see. Yeah, it says that you can control him.
Huh.
Why don't you try dragging your little Arch token on from the journal on your sidebar and see if maybe if you place your own token, it'll let you move them.
Journal.
It should be the 3rd tab.
So that was jukebox. Ooh, sorry, you guys.
That's okay.
I literally do not know what I'm looking for.
So the top tab will be the journals, and that shows all of the characters. Click and drag Arj onto the map, and it'll create a new token. And maybe if you create the token, it'll let you move it. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to select the one I have for you.
This is in Roll20.
On the right
Yes, in
sidebar.
Roll20.
On this sidebar on the right, there's like 5 little icons in like grayscale above the chat. The first one is chat. The second one is characters. And if you click on ours, you'll have this thing pop up, and then there should be on the top left of the token circle. There's a little thing, and if you click there and drag it onto the map,
See,
that
that's where the
should-
problem is because I have DM view and I have an extra thing, and so journals are 3 for me instead of 2. That's what
Yeah.
the issue was.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Hang on.
Also, if it's a token you place before you assign it, they won't be able to move it unless you specifically assign the placed token to them. But if they drag it from the character journal, they should be fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So now I'm clicking the character journal for Arj and nothing is popping up. It popped up like once and then it like whited out.
You want to click and drag. It's not going to show you anything aside from maybe a little. There you
There
go.
he
There it
is.
is. There it is. There it is.
Okay.
I see the boy.
Boy.
Should I be doing anything with like the token bars and settings and stuff, or should I just like make the thing?
You don't have to
Okay.
do anything else. My music turned off. There we go. All right. All right. So we have moved over to west of the plaza, heading towards the inn. If you guys want to kick off with a little bit of RP, you are free to do so.
Well, first of all, I'm definitely helping Mistress Flora walk with War. So we're gonna do some.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah. Let me move.
We
Tom.
are in quotation marks.
All right.
War. I'm not heading back. We have stopped.
Do you hear some feedback coming from somewhere?
Yeah, I
I don't-
think that's coming from Lisa's mic. I think.
Gotcha.
Is there anything else that you guys wanted to like say or do before we kick off? Or do you want to get straight to it?
I am still pizzaed, but
Walking all over everybody.
Okay. You can still be pizza. That's fine.
Pizza.
Pizza. All right. You notice that Mistress Flora sort of perks up at the sight of something, and she sort of somehow wriggles out of Guar's and Gisolabella's grasp and just sort of starts charging forward.
Gar is chasing after her. He's charged up. He's speedy.
yeah, Orly is chasing her at full flight speed. Mistress Flora, I must insist. Please do get back here.
The whole time Gar is like, slow down.
I was not expecting her to do that. What is? Oh my gosh.
As you guys catch up to Mistress Flora, she seems to stop and she is staring very, very up at this figure over here, and her eyes are just wide and starried. And she looks at this figure, and you see what looks to be just a whole ass bear in the middle of the plaza way. Just sort of chilling.
Is that like
And-
a floor decoration? Is that
Yeah.
a floor decoration or a top-down cave?
No, it's a floor decoration.
All right. Okay. That is a bear.
Mistress Flora, you can't follow bears. What does this say about when we're walking through the woods? Even if they do have tiny hats.
She waves her hand at Guar as if to be like, "Oh, shush you!" Like, no, 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 no. But look at him. He's different. She like waves her hands in like this arching motion, and she takes the bear's paw and like pats it gently.
Mistress Flora,
I back away.
I don't think that petting strange bears is a good way to not get eaten. This does not seem safe.
Are you shaking hands? Is this human shaking hands greeting?
Yeah,
Yes.
this tiny sun elf old woman just grabbed this 7 foot tall bear's paw, like, like just very softly patting it, like, ah, yes, this is good.
It's I don't even know what to say. You just don't touch people like that. That's just not a thing that you do, and definitely not animals. Or God knows.
So Orlando is gonna.
Question.
Sorry.
Old lady.
What's that, Lisa?
This little old lady, she's fine.
Mr. Flora sort of like chuckles and does like a small little jig, and is just like, oh, I think we should keep him. He's a bear and he's got a hat.
Mistress Flora, he's not stuffed, he's alive. I really don't think you understand the potential danger here. He grabs a hold of like the back of her shirt and is desperately trying to pull her away, only he's an 8-inch pixie, so it's mostly just annoying.
Flora is hunched behind Mistress Flora.
She sort of waves off their pleas.
Can I help
just-
you?
Well, hello. She turns to the bear and is like, my name is Mistress Flora, and these are my compatriots. And we've got a whole group of peculiars in this family, and I think that
Pardon?
you would be a great addition.
I am not peculiar.
I'm peculiar, Todd.
Why is
I'm
that?
high key, so I'm good.
Well, it's just that I have never seen a bear with a backpack, and that is just swell. So I think that if you would like to, you can come along with us as we go inside and get another drink.
No more drinks,
You
Mistress
had
Flora.
me at
More drinks! The bear said so!
hey,
She starts heading towards the end with her finger up, like, I did it.
Orly just kind of looks down hopelessly at Guar and flies after her.
There is no back.
What was that?
What was that?
There is, in fact, a backpack on the bear. Yes, we are stuck with the bear now.
Guess
Okay.
we have to bear this bear.
Oh my god.
I did not approve of that. I did not sign any kind of. Yeah.
Alright, so you guys make it inside.
Is that a giant
I have a
bathroom?
question.
It sure fucking is. Let me change
I
the
have a
music.
question about Roll20. So there's like the 5 like big icon-y things. How do you like make those not a thing? Or make them really small?
You
You-
mean like the people's icons?
Yeah.
for all the players, you would go to your settings, the gear.
Oh, I made it small.
Yeah, I just have it set to like the usernames only.
Yeah, now I'm having trouble moving mine. Interesting. Alright. There, maybe? Ah,
Wah!
Is that the
okay.
guy that you were doodling?
Yeah, that's the guy I doodled in like 2 minutes.
Is he Blob the bartender?
He is Blob the bartender.
I'm guessing the entrance is down here.
Yeah, I'm trying to place my fucking token. Sometimes it just doesn't place it the first time. There we go.
Give me like a minute.
did
I
the
need to use the
thing!
bathroom really quickly.
Yeah, no problem.
But obviously, go ahead without me.
I know this song. What is this song?
Waltz number 2
By who?
by what the fuck is his name? It is Dmitry Shostakovich.
Shostakovich.
Yeah.
Shostakovich. Okay, I knew it. Okay, thank you. I
Yeah.
thought it was him. He wrote these nice waltzes, but then also, like, the Soviets kind of hated him because he was also, like, wrote stuff that was not like people like, oh look, Soviet stuff, yay. He had nerve.
Yeah.
Alright. Good news, everybody. Y'all are tiny ones.
Yes.
Oh, look.
All right. So as you guys enter this huge, giant of a lobby of a hotel, there's many things about. There's statues and displays of this and that or something or other. um,
Where's
bunch
the,
of oddities.
giraffe, rhinoceros, elephant, was it? Or giraffe, rhinoceros, hippopotamus? Giraffe, hippopotamus,
It was a unicorn,
elephant?
giraffe, rhino skeleton.
Unicorn, giraffe, rhino, skeleton.
Sadly, they
Yes.
don't have stamps for that in Incarnate.
No, but we are going to pretend that it is the display on top of the fountain. And you can
I
really
love
tell
it.
that this place is bougie because they got a huge fucking fountain in the middle of their lobby. Because what else do you do with your money?
More tables from the customers, maybe. I don't know. Just a thought.
The tables are not nearly as important as the giant bathroom, I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's only so much it can do. But as you guys enter the queen's residence, the little innkeeper man at the front desk over here sort of perks up and goes, "Ah, yes, welcome back, Mistress Flora. Happy? Did you have fun at the festival?" And then she sort of, Mistress Flora gestures vaguely at the group that she has brought with her, and is just sort of like, "Does it look like I had a good time?" And the innkeeper just sort of shrugs and is like, "Well, I happy for you, Mistress Flora. Please
So,
enjoy. Yes, yes.
so is this going to increase our room rate, having these extra novelties of Mistress Flora's? I do hope that she decides to let them go free. Oh dear.
He sort of twiddles his fingers and goes,
Why would you ask that question? Yeah, why would you ask that question, Orlando? That is a silly question to ask someone. But, okay.
Well, it's
Well,
important.
I mean, it all depends. Are they going to stay the night, or are they just visiting?
I don't know. Mistress Flora!
Yes, Orlando.
Are Are you inviting your guests to stay the evening, or?
Well, if they don't have a place to stay, they can stay with us. We got plenty of room.
Yes, you
And
did
then
book quite a large suite.
the innkeeper
Very
sort of
kind.
smiles at that and writes something down in his little book and then goes, yes, yes, all good, all good. Please do carry on and enjoy your accommodations and enjoy the stay at the Queen's residence.
Orlando would like to take a peek at the
Thank you.
ledger just to make sure they're not getting ripped off.
Um, sure, you can try to take a peek if you want.
Alright. What would you like me to roll?
I would like you to roll a perception check.
21.
21. Okay. Despite him seeming like he wants to like cover it up, you are just small enough and fast enough to take a good, nice little peek, and it seems that he has increased your nightly rate by about another 200 gil.
Excuse me,
Gil?
my good man, I do
Gil,
feel
what is
as
Gil?
though that's a little excessive, sir, especially when you consider the fact that I take up no space, as it were. Perhaps an extra 100?
Perhaps of what you were cutting out, Silver.
An extra 100.
He sort of like puts his arms over the book and scoots it towards his body, giving Orlando a little look like, naughty, naughty. It's bookings are not for pixies.
I do beg to differ, but
the rates are what the rates are. I don't make the rules, except for he does.
How much? What is 20
Don't worry,
gil?
don't worry. It will be perfectly fine, and I'm sure that Mistress Flora doesn't mind at all.
what are you? Before I do this, are you trying to say something, Becca?
Yeah, what is gil? You said 200 gil.
I'm sorry, I'm used to Final Fantasy. I played too much Final Fantasy 14. That's the currency in that game. I meant gold, I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
That was on me.
Alright, so what the fuck? How much was the room for them? Okay. How much were you paying to begin with, Orly?
Certainly not that much. I'd like to cast suggestion on our friendly neighborhood innkeep, please. It is a Wiz 14 save.
Okay. Since these people don't have character sheets, they don't really have wisdoms of anything. So you will make that check.
There's a base wisdom for just normal people.
There's a
that?
what?
I'm sorry, that's not really my place, but there is like a base wisdom for like normal people.
Yeah, I think.
Usually for the average citizen, it's 10 in each stat across the board.
Yeah, this is just a man.
Oh man.
He's just a man, so it would, it would make it for someone like him. If it were like someone else that was like, I don't know, more like studied or something, then we would probably have a little bit of a whiz battle, but nah, this guy isn't wise in anything. He's just a con artist who works at a bougie place.
So I suggest that you reconsider. I do think that a simple 75 gold is more than sufficient for our additional needs.
He looks And he goes 75 each, or
75 in total, sir.
he sort of gives Orlando a look,
And that
and
includes our previous fee.
he sort of frowns, and he like scratches something out of his book, and then writes in something new, begrudgingly. And then he folds his fingers together and says, "Well, you do drive a hard insistence, so I guess I have nothing else to do but to comply. You are our best customer, and I wouldn't want to lose you over just, this is really something that we will look back and all laugh at. It's fine, it's fine. Please do it. It's taken care of. It'll just to go.
Thank you, sir. And I assure you, we are already laughing inside.
I'm sure you are." He just waves them
Orlando, you are
away.
stone.
What's that, Becca?
Orlando, you are stone cold. I say under my breath.
I'm not hearing that because it's Orlando. He's too self-absorbed, apparently.
I love that for him.
So there's just like this giant bear here. That's very. I so I look up at the large tall bear. I'm like, hello.
Pod just sort of perks up and goes, "You got a name, pal?" At the bear.
Or you have such impeccable manners.
Todd, I don't believe bears talk, do they? Even ones with hats.
Not the ones I've met.
He was talking earlier, so.
Oh, he was? Sorry, I don't know Lisa's voice too well.
It's okay. We could just say that Orlando didn't hear him or whatever.
As I said, self-absorbed and oblivious.
Lisa, you're muted, by the way, if you were trying to talk.
He is currently hovering just out of bite reach in front of Arj's face.
Yep, all good.
Pizza.
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 It's a pizza.
Pizza
Well,
is wonderful.
We would continue. It's just that everyone was talking to Arj, but yeah, we can continue on.
He's the new guy. We have to interrogate him and make sure he's not there to eat Mistress Flora.
Yeah, if it's okay, I will put a bagel in the toaster. So I will be. I can still hear, but I'm a little far away.
Okay.
Gizmo, what you doing, buddy, sir?
Well, where would you guys like to go? You've got the biggest bathroom in the world over here. There's a little restaurant over here.
You're so warm.
There's an entrance to a side room over here. And then you've got the upstairs, which leads to all of the rooms.
Is there a plaque advertising that it's the largest bathroom?
Yes. And it's inside the bathroom.
Oh, so I don't know about it yet.
Behold, Vertilli's largest bathroom, rated 5 out of 5
Yeah.
by the readers of the Vertilli Times.
9 out of 10 poopers agree. This is an excellent place to spend your time.
They even have charging docks in the stalls.
God, charging dogs in the stalls.
I like how there's a 1-to-1 toilet to sink ratio.
Yeah, you gotta.
Though this does raise an interesting question. How does a tiny little shit like Orly do that?
Well, you can fly while you do it, right? So you just
Jesus Christ.
drop those
But-
pebbles in the
but-
toilet. And...
If a pixie
Right.
has like the explosive shits, does he get launched into the air?
I think that's a decision you have to make for
Like-
Orly.
Like a freaking poop
No,
rocket
no,
ship?
that's a decision Orly has to make for Orly. I am sorry.
Like, I want to Google this, but at the same time, I'm scared.
I would not Google it.
Yeah, that's a wise choice.
Well,
Oh, my bagel. I can still hear.
Okay.
Bagel.
big ol'.
Bagel. Lots and cream cheese.
Lox and cream cheese.
So, just so I understand what's going on, are we, I mean, could you explain, what's happening with, Lisa?
Oh, like in the plot? Yeah, the idea was to go to Mistress Flora's room and sort of like rediscuss what's happening.
No, I mean,
Sort of.
is Lisa, is like Arj a playing character right now, or no?
Yeah, she said in the chat, just she's just listening right now, and we're just gonna like drag Arj along.
Okay.
Yeah.
In my head, Arj is just sucking on a piece of honeycomb.
Oh, hello. I'm back. I'm chiming in for 1 second just to say I would like to just like follow everyone along for today because I literally haven't ever like used either of these, so I'm like learning the interface. So basically, just like don't worry about trying to even bring me the narrative. I'll follow you guys if you go to another room. And I will just observe for now. So I can learn it.
Yeah, all good. This is basically like supposed to be like baby's first D&D session anyway. It's very very basic. Very
Yeah,
bare bones. So
Oh yeah. I'm literally like working out my like AV situation too. So I'm just gonna observe as I fix my technology.
Yeah, all good. All good.
Cool. Thanks for being patient, you guys.
No problem.
No worries, take your time.
Yep.
If I wasn't patient, I'd be a huge hypocrite, so
Gulmo.
we wouldn't want that.
Nope.
Not with my high wisdom score. Alright, so you guys said something about a particularly interesting skeleton statue. Giraffe, unicorn, rhinoceros. Please do direct the way. I've never seen anything like that, fake or real, so.
It's quite large here, just past the exceedingly large bathroom. I almost suspect they tried to make it large enough in case the skeleton comes to life and needs to relieve itself.
Alright, that is not as something I need to hear, but thanks for your thoughts.
But yes, it's right over here. It's quite
Right.
Quite
I'm sorry,
excessive.
my computer's so. I'm following you. Oh my goodness. That is large and in charge. Very much so. I'd say there aren't really words, but I can think of quite a few. Perhaps best used not in polite company, although Orly, you're not probably the best person to ask. War, are we polite company here?
We what?
Are we polite company?
I still can't understand what that.
Are we
what you're
polite
saying.
company?
Oh, are we polite company? I hope so. Um,
Well, then there are no words for
Orlando
the
just.
giant skeleton conglomeration dude.
Well, come along then. Let's get Mistress Flora settled in. Todd, could you please make sure she doesn't tumble down the stairs? I tried to catch her once and ended up with a broken wing. I would rather not repeat that if I can.
You see Todd give you that 2-finger salute and a wink and goes, "Gotcha."
Oh, he's a dork and I love him.
Yes.
Alright, Orly will lead their oddball little group up to Mistress Flora's room, constantly looking over his shoulder to make sure that Mistress Flora is following and has not yet gotten distracted by something shiny and or alien and or deadly.
She is getting distracted by all the shinies, but you see Todd very carefully behind her, like sort of gently, like egging her forward, like, "Come on, Mistress Flora, let's get you back, let's get you into bed." And she sort of like
I
grumbles and
help
shuffles
Mistress
up the stairs.
I help Mistress Flora get up by being like, "Come on, Mistress Flora, let's go upstairs and we can dance."
"Oh, I love to dance." And she sort of waddles a little bit faster up the stairs. I'm listening, Silver.
uh,
Dangling shiny things in front of Mistress Flora? Is that what you're going? Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. You still
Wait a
have that. You
second.
still have that trinket, don't you, Orlando?
I stole something,
Yeah.
You still have that trinket, and that's very shiny.
Ah, you lure her with shiny things, Hi.
Huh?
Nope, never mind.
So as you guys make your way up the very gaudy carpeted staircase, you guys make it over to Mistress Flora's room.
I was just checking something, but on the way up, I passed minor conjuration, not conjugation. I'm not sure why there's a roll for that, but apparently there is.
Okay.
So I do that and I make something very, very, very shiny and very distracting to help her get up the last few stairs. And then I smile smugly at Orlando. How's this?
Well, it works.
Alright. Now that we are all in Mistress Flora's room, it's very roomy as you can see. That bed is actually very fucking massive and could probably fit almost all of you on it.
Oh my.
There's lots of seating areas. You see the table over here. It's got lots of books and things on it. For probably various reasons.
I automatically start meandering start walking to the table before I'm like turn around and I'm like, Mistress Flora. Books. May I?
You may. That is okay. Books are for reading.
Oh, they sure are. Thank you.
As she says that, Orlando's gonna cast Mage Hand and use it to pick a book up off the shelf, flip it open, and start reading.
Excellent. Todd's just sort of helping Mistress Flora over to the bed, getting her all nice and settled. And she like sits down and like wiggles herself like comfortably into the very plush cushiness of that bed. All right.
That is an interesting question. Can you use Mage Hand to play a piano? I don't think so, because it's only supposed to be like simple things.
I would say that you could probably pluck out a tune, but it would be kind of slow, is my thought. Because, like, it can pick things up, so it can probably push things down, but it would be a little awkward to move it back and forth, so you probably need to be really good at it to
It plays
push.
Twinkle. It plays Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and nothing else. And it like pecks with like one index finger. It doesn't even use like the whole hand. It's just the one finger. It goes peck, 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 peck.
And now I'm just imagining Orlando dancing on a fucking piano. God help me.
That's adorable.
No alcohol for this boy.
Well, you still got your spiced ciders, don't you?
Given the size of those ciders, he'll probably have that spiced cider until he dies.
Yeah.
Life supply in one glass.
So much spiced cider.
So, what was it you all wanted to talk about up here?
I thought we were just putting Mistress Flora to bed.
I'm reviewing the books, so if you want to tell me about the books, I would be happy to hear about them.
The books are just like general knowledge. You see that there's a map here of Aetheria, and then there's just like some sketches over here, and just a little bit of a history book over here. It looks like over here it appears to be important notes, but upon closer inspection, you can see that it's just random scribbles of an old mad woman. They don't mean anything.
I've flipped through the general knowledge history book to see if there's any general knowledge that I don't already have. Since the book would probably have been written somewhere that I'm not from.
Why don't you make a history check for me?
Oh, I would love to.
Time to check the. Ooh.
A 10.
Oh.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
really embarrassing.
You can see that there's like a couple of things that like you're familiar with, but for the most part, this is all like condensed from places that you're not really from. There's some bits and pieces from like Sunella and that talk about like, oh, here's how Sunella works, and here's all of the cool locations that are there, like the Library of Knowledge. It also talks about talks a little bit about more about the Sun Elves and sort of like their history of sort of mingling and trying to create allies with the other races, and how they are making technological advancements and how their latest thing that they're proud of and working on are these sort of airships that they have made and that they use to go over to the Cloud Kingdom, to Aetheria, because that's the only way that land dwellers can get there if you're not a unicornist. And just little
Right.
bits and bobs like that.
Gotcha. I'm gonna look at the map.
They are maps of all the places. If you want, you can study them for a bit, so that way you can like sort of try to memorize the geography of them. In case you go to those places, you'll have like a little bit more of a familiarity than everybody else with the layout of the land.
Happy to do so. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Are these things that Mistress Flora brought with her, or were they already in the room?
The what?
Are these things that Mistress Flora brought with her, or were they already in the room?
Those are things that you guys brought from your home. She has a large collection of books from her house, and she likes to just sort of bring them. She never really reads them herself, but she always like pretends that she's going to.
So she likes to cultivate the mysterious air of a gentle lady scholar, even though she's just crazy.
Yes. Essentially. I see Guar sitting at the vanity.
Yes, Guar is going to shimmy up into the stool, pick up a makeup sponge, and clean it off as best he can before he proceeds to start shining his horn.
I love that for him.
I'm looking at the maps. I'm looking at the maps, but I'm also watching Guar with like just like this is the cutest thing I've ever seen. What's on my face?
It is very cute. Todd is also watching with like a grin on his face. Like, I love that. It's great. Mr. Orlando, can you do me a favor?
Yeah, what's up? Sorry, I'm working on my laundry.
Oh, no, that's fine. Can you make an Arcana check for me real quick?
Arcana?
Yeah, just real quick.
That is a 4.
Okay. With the 4, you sense a very, 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 very faint, very brief moment of magic. But you're not entirely sure where it came from or what it means. You just know that it was there and then it wasn't.
I immediately look over at Gore for signs of fuckery.
Guar, sensing the ice on his back, turns to Orly and does a shrug like, I don't fucking know, man.
What's wrong, Orly? Or Orlando? Sorry, I meant to say Orlando.
Everyone else
Orlando?
calls me Orly.
Something wrong?
I thought I felt something, but I must just be imagining. It's just a feeling, but I don't know. It must have something to do with all of the festivities. They're probably doing odd things down there, I imagine.
Like the literal magic of the festival.
Or that, yeah.
Was it
Orlando
from
just
the
shrugs
book?
and goes back to his book.
Was it from the book?
I don't believe so. The last time I checked, we didn't bring any of those with us. Did we?
Oh?
Look suspiciously at Mistress Flora.
Mistress Flora is not looking at you. She is still like shimmying down the bed, getting cozy as she like you see her sort of slowly sink into the mattress a bit comfortably. She's very very cozy right now.
I have cast detect magic.
Okay. Awesome. You detect that there is a magic source coming from Orlando, or at least around him.
That's it.
Well, unless you want to press on further to see where the exact pinpoint is. Let's see.
I just sense you right now, Orlando, is magical, if that's what you were talking about.
No, I assure you, I'm aware of my own background magic. With detect magic, I think she gets to know what school the magic is.
So, it's within 30 feet of me, and if I sense it, I learn it's School of Magic.
Let me check what they are. Okay, you can detect that there is. I think this would count as enchantment magic coming from Orlando. And if it's visible, you can tell that it's coming from the trinket that he stole from the booth earlier.
Fascinating. Orlando, how do you feel about justice?
Sorry, you broke up.
Orlando?
I didn't hear that. Sorry. What was it?
How do you feel about justice, Orlando?
Justice.
Indeed.
I mean, it's a fine enough concept, I imagine, but why do you ask?
Oh. No particular reason, I suppose. But you might want to return that trinket.
Are we on about that
Peers
again?
Over, it's like, what makes you say that, though?
I just smile smugly.
Well,
Orlando.
that doesn't help very much.
Orlando rolls his eyes and just looks down at the trinket.
Guar is going to lightly touch Orly's shoulder and give him the cast. There we go. The fox is cunning.
So, oh, cool. I get HP.
And you get advantage on intelligence checks.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna actually cast guidance.
What's that, Silver?
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself and try to make that Arcana check again, if you're cool.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so I get to add a plus, or a d4, so... Well, that's not gonna fucking help. 21!
You have advantage. Roll again for the net 20.
Not a nat 20!
Aww.
That's fine, though, with that high of a score. You can definitely tell that, yeah, the magic that you felt earlier is coming from the trinket, and on closer inspection, the trinket looks like it's a sort of amulet. It's very pinkish purple in color, and it has a golden engraving on it. You're not sure what the engraving really means, or if it really means anything, if it's just a pretty decoration or not.
Does it look like it's in any kind of language, or is it just pretty swirlies?
It's a bit of both.
I've got Common, Elvish, and Primordial, if that helps.
It is none of those.
Okay.
It's none of the languages that Orlando would know. It's very but the amulet is, now that you can see it, it's very shiny and sparkly, and that's probably what drew you to it in the first place. And upon recollection, it was the only trinket in the booth that wasn't sun themed. It's pretty much it's very unique actually.
There's my goddamn
So
notebook.
you got a magic amulet now.
And no one to cast Identify.
Oh, yeah.
Does Orly show Guar what they found?
Yeah, he'll turn it over and show Gwar the swirly scribblies.
Is it in Celestial or Ancient Aetherian?
It is indeed an ancient Aetherian rune.
Are there any words among those that I know on?
Nope, it's none of the words that you would know.
Well, maybe we could show this to Gisabella, because she knows the language.
What
Oh, did
language
you
is
say
it?
my name? Oh, did you say my name?
I don't know how she can hear me. I'm keeping my voice pretty low.
I'm sorry.
No, I was just RPing that moment.
Some people have an uncanny knack for picking their own name out of a crowd, I suppose. What language is it
Yes, I
anyway?
may or may not also be extremely hyper aware.
Well, people have a hard time just noticing me in general in the crowd, so I don't know what that life is like. Isabella, can you read this?
Isolabella. I don't know. Let's see.
Isobella.
What is it? Beautiful. What is it got there?
Orlando just holds out the little trinket to her.
I grab it and well, I take it gently and look at it. And I spot the writing. Tell me everything.
All right, you can tell that this is indeed an ancient Aetherian rune, and it means protect or protection.
Aww, he protect.
This does protection in ancient Aetherian. This is ancient Aetherian runes.
Interesting.
Why was this just lying around for you to steal?
I don't know, but I'm not complaining. And he
We like to
reaches to
call
take
it-
it back.
We like to call it extended borrowing.
Exactly.
Well, hold on. The magic on there, that's enchantment. There's an enchantment on here. Protection. I don't know enough about enchantment spells to know if protection type spells are under the enchantment school.
That's all good. Use whatever you can infer on this. I'll allow whatever you think it is for you to think that's what it is. It's yeah. Interesting.
Hold on.
Tammy, when you get a sec, I DM'd you in Discord.
Yeah, I saw.
Oh, okay. Cootie.
Secrets are no fun unless you tell Guar.
Orly will tell Gwar everything.
Well, it says protection, but it's enchantment. Could this be enchanting you? Or could it be...
Well, presumably there's an enchantment of some sort that would protect the wearer. I don't know. He
Can
has
I see
the
it
mage
though?
hand put his book back down and starts playing with his cards nervously.
Can
Huh?
I see it for a second?
I think Gizola Bella still has it.
Yes, I pass it over.
Okay. I don't expect this to do anything, but Gore's still gotta try. Um, he lifts the trinket up and touches it with his horn.
Okay. Let me see. All right, you touch it with your horn, and at first it seems like nothing really seems to happen. Um, but there is a small zap that happens from your horn to the amulet, and the amulet sort of flickers ever so slightly.
Oh, great, now I'm never going to get that back.
Why not? Now I have it, and you're more likely to get it back from me than Gisola Bella. And he
I-
holds his tiny hand out with the trinket in it to Orlando.
Orlando takes it back, looking quite surprised, since, it reacted to his zap zap, and he didn't expect it to ever come home.
Connected to the Zap Zap, it is now Gore's property.
Hmm.
So, it's conductive? Is that what that means? Or.
Well, it didn't look like it conducted anything. It just looked like it responded to it. I think maybe since it says protection, it might reflect things or
No, that wouldn't be. But that
counter
wouldn't be from
things.
this. But that wouldn't be. That's not enchantment magic. That's abjuration.
Oh, I don't know the schools. The only one I really know is evocation.
That does make sense, but broader knowledge can be useful.
Well, do you have identify?
No, I'm not. Um, I'm not a diviner. It's hard enough to learn to detect magic, frankly.
No. Well, maybe we can find someone during the festival that can explain this to us.
I'll hold on
I
to
don't
it for
know.
now.
I think we'll probably. Well, I think we should put it away somewhere. I don't think someone should hold on to it. Enchantments are dangerous things.
Well, we've held on to this long, and if it says protection, I don't really see much threat in it. Orly, do your cards say anything?
Um,
Cards?
Orlando
Oh my
just
god,
holds up his
Orlando's
deck.
presence is so tiny.
Huh?
Oh my god, many tiny cards. I just realized Orlando has tiny little cards.
Yeah, he has a teeny tiny tarot deck.
Do you
That's
want to roll that?
amazing.
Do you want to roll that roll 20 for me?
Yeah. I couldn't remember if I only got one draw per day or her long rest or what. 10.
A 10. Okay, let me take a quick look see at 10. You pull out the moon, meaning that things don't always things aren't always what they seem.
Uh, Hold on, I'm trying to find that PDF again.
Here, I got you.
I don't know if any of the rest of us would actually be able to see the card without serious squinting.
Gore's used to it at this point, and he can see.
Um, Let me see, what spells do I have loaded? Okay, yeah, I can't use it the way I would prestidigitation. Never mind. Druidcraft is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Druidcraft be like, make the air in front of someone smell like a fart.
Yeah.
Druidcraft?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you have Druidcraft?
Bard cantrip. It's actually at will for fairy magic.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Thanks. So, are
So
you going to divulge any information to us?
I drew it upright.
Let me take a look-see real quick. Yeah, we'll say it's upright. I think that makes sense.
Well, the cards certainly seem to agree with Gizola Bella here. Fine, fine.
I could hold on to it for you, Orly.
I think
I'm
that's a
used
bad
to
idea.
getting struck by magic.
I suppose, sure, here.
I don't think it's a good idea for any of us to hold on to it.
Well,
I think we should put it in something. I
I
think we
trust
should.
in. What's up?
Pardon?
I think Maxillian will keep me safe if it's cursed.
Sounds reasonable.
Not to me.
Todd. Chimes in.
But not to me. Gizola Bella says very emphatically. And she crosses her arms. And frowns. I think we should put it somewhere locked or alarmed, and no one should touch it. But then, my thought is this: we have the night. The stalls are closed. I'm just guessing. We'll set it somewhere. We'll lock it, or alarm. We'll put an alarm on it, and if anyone tries to disturb it or grab it, we should all agree just not to do that, and then we'll see if anything happens.
it does seem somewhat excessive.
It does seem a bit
Though,
convoluted, yeah.
though I do salute your paranoia. In other circumstances, I have to agree that might be healthy, but this was laying on the counter of a crazy shopkeeper. I made him piss himself, for God's sakes.
Yeah, that was good.
You got me crazy. Oh, he's only crazy because you made him so.
Not necessarily the case, but in any event, the worst that happens is Gore gets turned into something horrible and nasty, and Mistress Flora is delighted because she thinks it's some kind of unicornus evolution.
Yeah, she thought that the last time I was turned into a toad, but didn't really make
How did
much
you get
sense to me.
untoaded? What was it like being a toad?
Orlando
Wet
just
and
makes
dry.
little tongue lappy noises like.
It felt really wet and really dry at the same time.
Interesting.
Sounds about right.
My legs felt great.
Gonna get a nice little frog stretch out. Yeah. Nah, I got you, buddy.
I suppose when you're a toad, every day is leg day.
Ha! Yeah.
Oh,
God, it just made me think of the jacked frog.
Yeah. The jacked frog.
well, I can't tell you what to do, but I don't think it's a good idea to just leave it. Is so terrible to be safer. I'm sorry.
Well,
I couldn't turn back into a unicornus.
do you have any magical boxes or alarm boxes that we could seal this in then?
Well, if there's a draw, I can put an alarm on it.
Well, while we spend the night here, we could put it in a drawer somewhere. But if it's gone, well, that's gonna be a
If what's
problem. But
gone?
if the
If
trinket
what's
is
gone?
gone,
Why would it be gone?
if we
There will be an
leave,
alarm on it.
well, aren't there other mages in the town right now?
Quite a few, I expect. It is
I
rather.
feel like if anyone was like particularly looking for this amulet, they would have found it before we even stumbled upon it.
Precisely.
And no one even knows that we have it.
Again, precisely.
We didn't even
Plus,
know we had it.
Plus, I bet if we asked, as yet unnamed bear companion to, or Todd here to sleep against the door, it would be rather annoying for someone to try and break in, don't you think? There's what? 6 of us?
Yeah, I can sleep on the floor. I'm used to it.
I don't know that Mistress Flora counts. Also, Orlando is going to give Todd head pats. I think I like you.
He smiles and winks at Orlando.
Wow. As mysterious as you like to seem, Todd, you're not a very mysterious person, are you? I mean that in a good way, Todd. I mean that in a good way.
Well, thank you, Miss Casolabella. Take that to heart.
Okay. Thank you for the miss. You have no idea how much I get maddened. It's annoying.
I can only imagine.
No, you can't, because I look like a miss, right? I laugh.
Yeah. As if to break in the silence, you just hear Mistress Flora loudly, old lady snoring.
No.
So is trance not a thing Aetherian elves do?
It could be, but also this is Mistress Flora. She's an outlier and should not be counted.
Sleeping makes me feel special.
Yeah. Exactly.
I have such lovely dreams.
Yeah. Exactly.
Does it look like fitful sleep at all, or is it just she conked?
Oh, she's just knocked the fuck out.
Oh, okay.
Todd just sort of glances over at her and sort of chuckles lightly to himself and goes, well, should we follow in the old lady's footsteps, or, is there something else we needed to do?
No, I imagine.
Well,
Var stretches his little arms and yawns big and wide.
but, what are the sleeping arrangements here?
Well, that bed looks like it's big enough for, all of you guys to sort of pile on there with Mistress Flora. The bear and I will barricade the door.
Orlando flies over the couch, flops one of the cushions onto its side, and curls up on top of it.
Orlando, are you seriously taking that whole couch to yourself?
No, just this pillow.
That's like impossible for him. This
Do
small.
you use a chair?
I don't know, man. I've seen cats take up like an entire bed for themselves.
Sighs heavily, casts Mage Hand to grab the pillow and drag it over to the chair, then repeats.
Alright, what's the weather? Like, is it warm or cold or whatever in here?
It's very content inside. It seems like whatever temperature makes you the most comfortable is the temperature in the room.
Okay.
Like it has
All
some
right.
sort of
I'm just
magical enhancement to sort of be like, whatever you want, man.
okay. Is there like a private space for like changing? Just like let's pretend that there's a private space for
Yeah,
changing because
over
this woman.
over here, we'll say that over here, this empty space is like a door to the bathroom.
All right. Empty space is a door to the bathroom,
Yeah,
and
there you go.
my dress will not be wrinkled now. My gown.
There you go.
Okay. Good night, friends. Why won't this Apple Pen put into the tablet so I can draw?
I love to think that's what she yelled before she went to bed. She's like, "Good night, friends. Why?"
Guar crawls up under the blanket on the corner of the bed here and curls up completely covered by the cover.
This is
But
the
Aww.
most comfortable bed
underneath,
you've ever slept in your entire life.
but from underneath where the sheets go over his horn, a faint yellow glow comes through the blanket and he
Oh my
goes to sleep.
fucking god, that's adorable!
That is adorable, and while it would annoy the fuck out of me personally, Gisela Bella does not care and also thinks it's adorable.
Yeah, Todd also thinks it's adorable.
Orlando's fucking out and gives no shits.
He's seen this like so many times before.
So I'm just gonna sit on the floor, arms crossed, legs crossed as he leans against the door, like, yep, cool. And then everybody went to sleep. The night passes. Who wants to roll?
Oh yeah, hold on. I would have like put the thing in the drawer and cast alarm,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
We'll just pretend that happened.
We'll just pretend that happened.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Yep. Who wants to roll a D10 for me?
I'll do it.
All right, go for it, buddy.
Roll D10.
A 9. Nice. Okay. It's a relatively quiet night. As you guys are falling asleep, there's still some very faint echoes of the festival outside, but within about an hour or two, it easily disperses, and then it's just peaceful quiet for the rest of the night. And nothing super eventful happens. Um, Morning rises, the sun shines through the window, and you guys are free to wake up or sleep, do whatever you do in the morning.
Orlando is actually an early riser and would probably be up, sitting cross-legged on the desk doing a morning reading just for shits and giggles.
All right.
Guar is passed the fuck out until someone wakes him up.
I personally am very easily woken, so once someone else is up, it's kind of it for me.
I am going to go to the restroom real quick, but feel free to like RP and stuff.
Hoppy day.
No RP, only screaming about iPads.
I mean, that could be RP.
Well, I don't have an iPad. Priscilla Bell doesn't have an iPad. Oh my god, I've forgotten about my familiar, but my familiar has been with us the whole time. He's a
Good
black
kitty.
cat. He is a good kitty.
As long as he doesn't try to eat Orlando in the middle of the night.
The cat is a she, and cat does not eat Orlando in the middle of the night.
Oh, good.
Because I tell him not to. Maybe don't eat the fairy guy. Maybe just, you know. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Connect it. This is restroom.
Everything I want to do, I need Timmy to be here for.
Yeah. Oh, I need to hit the long rest button. Enroll in. I need to hit the long rest.
Thank you for reminding me,
These
because I
names will be
actually used a
ones.
bunch of spell slots.
I used like 2. I didn't actually count one because it was just the alarm right before bed, but so nobody seems to have. Okay, then somehow this tie on my desk just comes undone magically. Whew. So I get up, I stretch, I try not to yawn. I sort of hurry over, I sort of, look around. Who's up? Oh, my kitty just came out from under the couch. I love her.
Hi, kitty.
I come back and I hear Kitty.
Yes, my kitty came out and is inspecting heading toward food.
Excellent.
Um, so I had 2 quick questions while you're AFK. One, do you have anything in place for doing an actual full reading with the cards yet? And 2, is the amulet still where it was? Because Orlando will be curious and will trip that fucking alarm to check on it.
The amulet is still in place, yes. And let's see. And when you mean like a full reading,
The alarm lasts 8 hours.
Oh, okay, so it's probably gone by now.
yeah. And by full reading, do you mean like the 3 cards sort of
Yeah.
thing? I figure it would just be sort of the same as like a regular Arcana reading. Let's see. I don't really have anything in place for that
That's
other
fine.
than just like here are cards and here what they individually mean and they can be applied as such.
We can just say fuck it for now then, and we'll work on it for later, maybe.
Yeah. As the rest of you sort of start to wake up, you see Todd still at the door. He is sleeping still. Has a bit of a tiny little bit of a nose whistle as his mouth is open and he's sleeping. And he seems to have some point in the night, like sort of sloped over to the side and is like leaning against the bear as he sleeps.
Is the bear like curled up on the ground? We're just gonna say yes because I like that image as opposed to just like sitting up against the door.
Yeah, we could say that he's just curled up like a
Thank
bear.
you.
And
I
you
appreciate that.
see Todd sort of leaned up against the bear, like in a tiny bit of a cuddle, like arms still kind of crossed, but like his back is very much relaxed against the fuzzy bear.
Amazing.
Okay, so Sven posted a not safe for work meme. Let's see this shit. What the hell?
I will slip into the bathroom, put on my gown, and sit in the chair and just maybe just rest.
Oh my god. Oh, Sven, what the hell?
Did Guar wake up or is he still asleep?
He is out. The sheet over him rises and falls in sync with his snores.
Orlando is going to take the quill from the inkwell, fly over, and start tickling his little unicornus feet.
Oh my god.
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey!
Make a deck save to see if he kicks you.
Do it.
Hold on.
16.
Aw.
12. So Guar kicks out at Orlando.
Orlando just kind of dodges out of the way. You really should be used to the fact that I'm very small.
Well, for someone so small, you sure know how to make a big problem.
It's not exactly early anymore.
What time is it?
I don't know. What time is it?
It is about, let's say it's about 10 a.m.
Past breakfast, before lunch.
Oh, that's the perfect time. Alright, well. Good morning. And turns to look at Mistress Flora. Is she still asleep?
She is still asleep. And she's still got her little old lady snores.
How will we wake her up this time, Orly?
I don't know. She did have rather a lot to drink yesterday.
You think shock might wake her up?
Probably, but I also don't know that that would be a very good way to wake up if one has a hangover.
How is it? How needy is it to wake her up? Just I'm just wondering, like, maybe don't stab your boss with
Oh.
lightning.
Well, it's not as if he's going to impale her upon his horn.
It's just a little, like, contact shot.
All right, no comment.
All the comments.
All the comments.
I am very mature.
We all are. It's okay.
Guar takes the quill from Orlando and tickles the inside of Mistress Flora's ear with it.
She
I
snorts
wince.
and she
Oh
wriggles.
god, that looks horrible.
God
Oh
damn
my
it,
god.
Orlando.
God damn it, Orlando.
she snorts and rolls over and sort of like mumbles sleepily.
Mistress Flora!
I don't need to shout.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. She rolls over again, sort of wriggles her way so she sits up, and then she rubs her eyes. And without her glasses on, her eyes are very small looking.
Of course they are. Mistress Flora, how's your head feeling today?
She puts her hands on her head and feels around. It's still here.
That is not.
I grin.
Oh my god.
Good morning, Mistress Flora. How are you?
Oh,
You sleep well?
I'm doing just swell. How are you?
Awake and upright.
That's just fine and dandy.
Orlando is using his mage hand to pour out a glass of water and then carry it back over to Mistress Flora, who he expects is dehydrated with how much she drank, even though she might not be.
Are you feeling hungover at all?
I'm not hanging over anything, she says as she reaches over to the counter, the bedside table, and picks up her glasses and sort of shakingly puts them on her face, and then she opens her eyes, and there you see her big old bug eyes through the lenses of the glasses.
Insight check that I'm not hanging over anything comment.
Okay, insight check. 15. You can tell that she's still a little bit off, but the sleep definitely uh was really good for her.
Okay. Gore will hold on to his lesser restoration then.
Yeah.
Um, would anybody like breakfast?
I would
Oh,
love breakfast.
breakfast sounds
Please.
very nice. Do we want to
Yeah.
go downstairs or do we want it to come upstairs?
I was going to suggest that
I vote it comes upstairs.
I was going to suggest that I go down and request they send something up, but if you wish to join the public room,
Let's go. Let's go treat our nice new friends to a nice warm meal. Let's go. And she shimmies and like shakes and she like sort of plops off the bed and she like puts on her slippers and she just shuffles her way to the door.
Mistress Flora,
Um,
please remember to get dressed before you go out. I beg of you,
oh,
please.
yes. And she reaches over and she shuffles over very slowly but surely to the bathroom where she's going to go get changed.
You guys think they even have any food for bears?
I imagine a food for a bear is anything the bear wishes to be food, up to and including myself and yourself.
Oh well,
I'm sure.
I don't really like that.
Bears eat fruit. Bears eat honey.
Bears
They
eat
must
other
have one of
bears.
those.
Bears beats Battlestar Galactica?
God damn it, Sven.
What? What?
Uh, The Office. It's a reference to The Office.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Sven.
Uh, Gore looks at Orlando. Uh, you are pretty bite-sized. I would stay near a bigger person if I were you when we're eating with the Sun Bear.
Fortunately, everyone here is bigger than me.
Well, then that's good. You should just stay with me, and we can make sure you don't get eaten. My biggest worry is not it happening on purpose, but you trying to sneak some of his food like you do with my pumpkin bread, and he just throws you in there by accident.
Do you really think I'm that stupid? He
I'm
settles
not.
down on Gore's head with his legs across the horn.
I don't think you're stupid. I just don't know the gauge of stupidity in
A lack of
surrounding people.
self-preservation, perhaps.
Losing my mind.
If this guy keeps doing the long suffering sighs and eye rolls, he's just gonna fucking turn into Fen with wings.
Aetheria gives you wings.
Oh my god.
Uh, are you guys gonna leave the amulet in the dresser, or are you gonna
Oh
like
no,
pull it out?
Orlando went and
Yeah,
grabbed it.
someone.
Went.
Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right. After a few moments, Mistress Flora comes out dressed in her nice dark red gown and is just like, "All right,
Excuse me.
let's go."
Lovely as ever, mistress.
Why, thank you. I know it. And
I'm
she
sexy, yeah, and I know it.
she gets over to the door and then she looks down and she sort of extends her foot and nudges Luca or Todd. Nudges Todd.
Todd. Yes.
Todd. She's like nudging him with her foot. And then he's like, "Ah, what? I'm awake. What happened?"
You're standing between the mistress and breakfast, and I think she might. Well, she doesn't have a cane right now, so I wouldn't say she's going to hit you with one.
Oh, yeah, my bad, my bad, my bad. And he clumsily tries to get up, using the bear as a sort of like balancing for him. And then he
Poor
like stands
Arch.
up, and then he pats the bear, and it's like, "Thanks, buddy." Yeah, let's go. Do the thing that you said. I don't remember what it was, but
Breakfast.
yeah, that's God. That sounds so good right now. Yeah, let's do that. And then Mistress Flora just sort of like nods, like
Someone needs their
triumphantly, and
coffee.
then huffs and just sort of makes her way to the door, and waves for everyone to follow in tow.
Isolabella has transcended being and layered herself with Mistress Flora.
Become Mistress Flora. Alrighty. So you got a couple of options. You can either go to this room over here, or you can go over to whatever the fuck this is over here. Um, choice is yours. Go have breakfast.
Yeet.
Guar is going to scurry up to the counter before Orlando can. And knock politely on the counter.
The innkeep quickly
I'm
turns
just gonna follow
around
Mistress
and
Flora.
just goes, "Ah, yeah, yes, you again. Good morning. How may I help you?"
Good morning. Can we get breakfast in the dining area? Let's see, we need and Guar counts on his fingers. We need 6 mimosas, um, a
Whoops.
large plate of bacon, um, and can we get omelets for everyone? Or do you guys have a different breakfast spread?
Well, you would have to check the menus in the dining room, but I'm sure that there will be suitable breakfast accommodations for you. Yes.
Okay, then I'll just go ask in the dining area. Thank you.
Oh, yes, of course.
Not on the table.
Mistress Flora turns around and sees that you have all fucked off over there, and then she shuffles and turns around and starts heading that way.
I'm just following Mistress Flora.
Moving at the speed of old lady.
Yeah.
The sound breaking.
Here comes that special bear.
Large boy himself.
The large man's.
Round, large round boy.
I feel like my token should
Love
be like
town.
teeny tiny.
Right? The ittiest bitty. The most petite.
Titi.
Petite. All right. As you guys sit around the nice dining table, there's other people at the other tables, um, sort of talking amongst themselves and all that. And then a waiter comes up to you and says, "Good morning. Welcome to the Queen's residence breakfast. What can I get for you?"
I'll have tea, and I imagine Todd here is going to need several cups of coffee, so you might as well bring us a carafe of that. Um, or I'm assuming you want one of those orange juice atrocities.
Yeah, yeah. It's a nice morning energy drink.
Uh,
I don't. Just
two mimosas then. And, are any of you vegetarian by chance?
Or audibly laughs.
I know you're not.
Luca also
no
audibly
bacon for
laughs.
me. No bacon and no pig for me, please.
Right. Uh, well, I think that rules out the sausages as well, unfortunately. Steak and eggs all around, please.
Steak and eggs. All right. Love the
Uh,
enthusiasm. All
extra
right.
helping for the bear, please, just because I imagine he'll be quite hungry, and I would rather like to keep him well fed.
The bear, and you see the waiter sort of chuckle, like thinking, like, "Oh, haha, they got like a hairy family member or something," and then he looks up and goes, "Ah, you meant a bear. Okay, I'm just gonna put yeah, no, we got that, yeah. Sure. Okay, so that was tea, coffee, orange juice, two mimosas, steak and eggs for everybody, especially the bear. Okay, as I said, my name's Derek, your waiter. I will return with your drinks as soon
Thank
as
you
I
kindly.
can." And he gives another side-eye look to the bear before her scurrying off to the back.
Orlando just giggles. I think I could get used to this if our furry friend decides to stick around. It's quite entertaining.
I'm still scared, mostly.
Well, he had
Everyone
every
who needs coffee when you have entertainment like this in the morning.
opportunity to eat us last night, and he didn't. So, I mean, Todd here is quite intact, and he was using the poor fellow as a pillow. So, I imagine we're safe enough.
Guess so.
Yeah.
Orlando's gonna take out the amulet and kind of fiddle with it as he sits there on the table.
Alright.
Activates
How
amulet.
big
Fiddling
is
with
the
it.
amulet compared to
No one.
Orlando, by the way?
Huh?
How big is the amulet compared to Orlando?
That
The
is a good question.
amulet itself, it's it's about an inch, maybe an inch and a half tall, and it's sort of a like a teardrop shape,
Okay.
and it's got a gold clasp on the top.
Okay.
So he would probably need both hands to pick it up, hold it up.
Gotcha.
It is 1/8 his size.
Yeah,
Oh
basically.
my gosh. Holds giant amulet in hands.
I'm just imagining the
Yeah.
the freaking church mice from Disney Robin Hood with the communion wafers.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, basically. And because of your size and how close you are to it at all times, because you're also so teeny tiny, you can very clearly see your like reflection reflected off of the amulet. It's very shiny and it seems like it's very well polished.
Look brown and
Make
what?
another Arcana check for me.
Me?
Yeah,
13.
13. All right. So as you look into the amulet, you for a very brief moment feel like you saw something with like reflected on it that's not your face,
Hmm.
but you're not sure if it was a trick of the light, a reflection from someone behind you, or if it was something else. But you definitely are sure you saw something.
Orlando's gonna kind of hold it up, look around, see if he could see anything that was reflected in it. I'm looking to see if I have anything I could cast on this fucking thing, but everything I've got is like fairy fuckery. I've got like vicious mockery and shit like that. I don't have anything I could just zap it with.
As you look around, you don't see that it could have been anybody like reflecting off of it. You guys are in the farthest corner table, and nobody is behind you.
Hmm.
I noticed that Orlando is looking around, and I'm like, "What are you looking for,
I thought for a moment.
Orlando?"
I thought for a moment that I saw something. Not quite sure.
What do you mean?
Do you want me to insight check to see if it would be anything like what I might see when using a crystal ball for fortune telling, or?
Um, sure, go ahead.
Is Orlando visibly like doing this? Like, is it noticeable? Oh well. Never
20. And yeah, I mean, he's a small dude, but he's obviously just kind of looking around and like changing the angle of this giant relative to him pendant thing.
Well then, there.
Nice.
All right, so that's a 24.
Yeah.
The target
Alright.
rolls a 1d4.
I'm helping.
Okay. So just to be clear, you were trying to see if it was like something that you could use like a crystal ball.
Well, I was just seeing if like the way I had seen that image in it was anything like what I would have experienced when using a crystal ball for fortune telling.
Okay. Um, it feels almost similar, but also extremely different at the same time. Um, it's not exactly a vision of, you know, like fortune telling kind of thing. Um, trying to think how else to describe it.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, I don't know what else
No,
to
it's
say
it's fine. I
about
just
okay.
a
There you go.
yes or no would have sufficed. Don't sweat it.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Then yeah, it's not the same, but it was definitely something.
What's going on, Orlando?
I
Did
just
something happen with that thing?
I just thought I saw something reflected in it, but I think I may have to make a trip to the library at some point today. Perhaps there will be someone who could identify it for me, or at least give me a little more insight into it.
May
In
I
any
look?
case,
May I look?
certainly, I suppose. He'll just kind of fly past Todd's face, and actually, no, he'll walk across the tabletop and hand it to her.
Todd's still gonna watch though with intrigue.
I I will pick it up gingerly in 2 hands, inspect it, and I'm just gonna say I would also like to make an Arcana check to see if I spot anything.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's fucking bedtime. I crave sleep.
17. That's
Ugh.
pretty nice. You can definitely feel that there is very strong magic inside this amulet. Um, you were probably just tired from the day before and couldn't really feel it until this morning. Um, but you do sense that um, that yeah, whatever Orlando felt is in there. It feels like that this amulet is there's something more to it than it's sort of presenting itself on the surface level. You don't know exactly what, and nothing in your studies would have really indicated that you would even really have a clue. But you could always ask around and see if there is someone who does know what the fuck is going on with this thing. Cause this shit bonkers, man.
This shit bonkers, man. I say. No, not really. This is
Funny.
this is very powerful. Orlando, we should find someone who can tell us more. Or we could just take it back to its owner and not deal with it, but that seems not very sporting, considering it seems rather dangerous and...
It doesn't
Well.
strike me as dangerous, I just... In any event, I think my best course of action will be to take it to the library. Scholars tend to know things about things. That sounds rather absurd. Where is that coffee?
Not
I
to
think
me.
I think you got it. People know things about stuff, and that is something I know for a fact. He says proudly. He has not had his
As a
coffee yet.
scholar, you're not wrong. Sweet hero. My kitty is very cute and ooh, what's this? I'm sorry, I have to play with my cat now. I'm still here. I just might say.
War, do you like whisper that out loud, or are you just saying that in the chat?
He whispers
What does
that
that
to
mean?
himself. It means himbo.
It means him.
There is
Ethereal?
literally an ancient Aetherian word for himbo.
Of course there is.
I'm gonna make a. What would I make for that?
Perception?
I wanna make a that was performance. Hold on. That was the wrong P word. I want to make a perception check for Todd to see if he heard that. Okay. Yeah, he did.
That was
Okay,
the
so
performance check.
I know it was the same.
Who
Well,
cares?
it's
It
the
doesn't
same
matter.
thing.
Yeah, no. So Todd is going to turn over to Guar and be like, I don't know what the fuck you just said, but okay, gesundheit.
It was just an invocation for a spell I do every morning.
Well, I've heard you use that word before. You've never used it first thing in the morning.
Well, I only use it for, special cases, and today seems like a special case, with the amulet and everything. We need to be safe, so.
Orlando just crosses his arms and looks at Guar, totally not trusting what he is saying. How busy is the dining room right now?
Pretty busy, pretty bustling. The waiter does stop by to give you your drinks before going back off to the back.
Alright. After getting a bit of light and sweet coffee in him, Orlando actually would like to kind of just drift around the room to see if he can catch any rumors or whispers. since he's tiny and can eavesdrop like a motherfucker.
About anything in general?
um, Partly he is looking to see if there are, I guess, any rumors about what's going on in the city. Like, the everything not being what it seems kind of reading he got last night has him a little curious. Like, he's wondering if there might be something going on in the background that he's not aware of.
Make a perception check for me and have Orly fly around.
I just want you all to know my cat is super cute.
Very
All
good.
cats are cute, and 14.
14. All right. As you fly around, it's a little bit hard to hear over the mumbling of all of the parties around, but you do get faint whispers of some conversations. You fly by one couple who's talking about their trip. One lady is complaining about her train ride over to the city and how it took so long, and oh, how the servants there were just so terrible. They never did their job on time. You know, just rich lady bullshit. And then there's this other party at the table that they're talking about they seem like scholarly folk a bit. They are talking about the library, um, and you know, sounds like they're trying to figure something out. One guy says, "Oh, we can check the library over here and see what's up," and then the other guy goes, "Well, I don't know. We could go to Sonella. That one's got like the good library, doesn't it?" And the other guy goes, "It's kind of far though, isn't it?" I don't know. And then the other guy is like, "Well, I mean, it might be worth it because it's got more, you know, knowledge, my guy." Um, and then they sort of bicker back and forth between which library they should go to for whatever it is they're researching. Um, you fly by another table, and um, there's this guy is kind of like sort of jittery, and it seems like he's sort of seen some stuff, and you see this large woman next to him sort of like gently patting him down, trying to calm him down and be like, "It's okay, honey, I'm sure everything's fine." And then he goes, "No, no, no, you don't understand it. I saw it. I saw it. This stuff. It's coming this way. I know it is. I saw it. I saw it." And then
Can I
she's like,
cast Calm Emotions on him?
Yes, you can.
Charisma save 14.
Um, we'll say that you barely make it.
Okay.
And that, yeah.
I was gonna say he just kind of hovers down like a polite eye level sort of bit next to the lady and says, Is he quite alright, miss?
Oh, hello. He should be fine. We just came in last night, and he really loves the festival, and he's very sure he saw something on our way over, but I'm trying to tell him that it's all right. And then the guy is like taking a deep breath, and he's like, I promise you, my dear, I saw the black stuff coming this way. It's on its way over here, like, and nobody seems to be doing anything to slow it down or prevent it from reaching any further. And
At the mention of the black stuff, Orlando kind of gasps. "Uh, Where are you coming from, pray tell?"
"Oh, well, and she calms him down with her hands, goes, we came from Judgment over here. Um, it on the road, it's from last I heard that things should have been clear from the path from where we came from to over here, and I could have sworn it was, but he's so convinced that he saw something. Oh dear."
That does sound unfortunate. Sir, if you don't mind my asking, roughly how far out did you see it?
say, I don't know, maybe 15 miles away, 20.
Have you alerted the watch?
I did, but they didn't seem to really. They just sort of brushed me off. I don't know.
Curious. I thank you for your time. I do apologize. I'm sure everything will be quite all right, sir.
Thank you. I hope that it will.
Orlando will fly back over to the group. Well, that is
What,
disconcerting. My.
what did you learn?
Were those friends of yours, or what's
No,
up, bud?
that man seems quite flustered, so I tried to calm him down, and
Or what?
he, well, he believes he saw the blackness coming in from Judgment, but that
What?
was that was supposed to have been cleared out. So his wife says that, I imagine it's his wife. I don't quite know. I didn't ask. Anyway, the lovely lady with him says that she didn't see anything, but he quite insists. He seems rather genuinely flustered.
Maybe
That
it's
is.
worth checking out.
I like look around. I like look around to see if I recognize these people.
Um. Why don't you make a history check for me? Okay. So you don't know these people personally, but you have seen them around your city before. Um, they're very upstanding nobles in judgment. They work very closely with the mayor. They do a lot of great work for trying to do environmental stuff around the area. Um, One of the few like noble people that actually are trying to do something because they recognize that, hey, if the black gunk gets everything, that means everything we worked for will go out too. So rich people, please follow in our footsteps. Um, but yeah, you recognize them as Lady Verissa and uh, Lord Emil. Um, and so you know of them, just not personally.
Okay. Okay.
In any event,
I
sorry.
I'm gonna go up and go over to them. We'll just pretend that they're over here, right?
Yeah,
Good.
that they're at the opposite table of you over here. Yeah.
Excuse me, my lord, my lady.
They look up and be like, "Oh, yes. Hello. Good morning to you."
I'm from Judgment also.
Ah, yes,
I'm
yes,
sorry,
yes.
my companion
Oh, the little
mentioned that he
pixie.
spoke to. Yes, Master Orlando. He said you
Oh,
were from Judgment, and I know your faces. I am Gisola Sapienza.
oh, I see. Yes, I can tell from your attire that you are from our very lovely city.
You're here. But I just came from Judgment, but I I trail off and swallow, kind of like um, uncomfortably. I came from Judgment not long ago. What what did you see, sir?
He looks up at Gisolabella and he says, "I We were in our coach on the road from Judgment over here, and about, I don't know, halfway to the trip over, I could have sworn I looked out and I saw something dark and moving. It was very slow, but I know that that's what it could have been. It had the like flicks of red speck in it and this kind of like I don't know, dark purple glow shimmer about it. I don't know how to fully explain it, but it just it was coming in this direction, and I don't have a good feeling about this.
No. Nor should you. I,
Oh, that's great.
thank you. I say gently. And, yeah. I am trying to do something about it. It's not that no one is. Wait, no, I didn't hear that bit. Anyway. Um, yeah. I sort of excuse myself and go back to the table.
They nod at you
Again.
in an acknowledgement, and then she goes back to gently stroking his back, and then they continue on with their previous conversation.
Did you find out anything else?
I look very shaken. It's coming. It's coming here.
I'll be right back. Really sorry, I'm just having IBS trouble today.
Oh
So
dear. That's
continue
no
without
bueno.
me.
I believe he said that they spotted it approximately, well, he spotted it about 15 miles out of the city. It would be a bit of a walk, but we might be able to rent a coach or something, though I am reluctant to expose Mistress Flora to such danger.
Mistress Flora, how about the rest of us?
Well, the rest
So
of
my
you.
character will have been like, possibly like have some background in studying this a little bit, since that's kind of why she got sent here.
Yeah.
So trying to think of like what would I have known that makes sense. Like, would I know like that it's something that some people don't, it might be something that some people can see and some people can't see all the time.
It's definitely something that everyone can see. Um, it's just a matter of, like she the most likely scenario is that he just, made the perception
Looked out
check
the
and
window
she
at the right
didn't,
time.
like she's like, yeah, like he
Gotcha.
just happened to see it and she just, she looked out at the wrong time and was like, oh, I don't see anything. And then he's like, no, 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 like, look, like, like that's more than likely what happened.
Not
Um,
a toy.
mhm.
Sorry, my cat decided that my Apple Pencil was a toy, so I had to rescue it. But
That is an
yeah,
expensive
I
toy.
heard. Yeah, well, it might be worthless if it's not working. I'm
My
fine.
water bottle's empty.
Um, I'm fine. So yeah, all right. But can I roll some kind of like knowledge check about like if I know how fast the stuff can move, etc.?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you can make like a history check or I don't know what else it could be. Uh, all right, a 12.
History makes
Okay.
enough
Yeah.
sense.
All right. So, yeah, you do know that it moves very slowly. Um so it could not have made it very far from the point of where he said it is. Um because it's so thick, right? It doesn't really
Yeah,
move very quickly.
that good
Um,
old goo.
what?
It's that good old goo.
Yeah, that good old goo. Um, so you know that you definitely do have time to gather whatever you need to if you did decide to sort of go out and see what it's all about. So yeah, it's a B movie blob, yeah.
Like, I guess my question about the like blob is like, is there anything we could do to stop it? Like, if there's not much point in us just going out to look at something that we know is there when like
yeah. There's nothing you
there's
really
not
there's nothing you
or
really
slow
know
it or
of
anything.
what to do. No one really knows how to like stop it. The only thing you really could do is like try convincing some guardsmen, like, hey, can you guys like try to slow it down, or like I don't know, barricade something to like I don't know, whatever. But for the most part, there is currently no known deflect for it.
Yeah. Hi, baby. He's up on the table. Yeah. So, all right. Thank you for answering all of my questions.
Yeah, of course.
What good is there of us going there?
Well, if nothing else, we can confirm
We
that it's
tried to convince the guards.
convincing the guards shouldn't be that much of a problem, but I do need to confirm it's there if I want to make a convincing argument.
Todd's gonna take a sip of his
Doesn't it?
coffee and be like, I mean, yeah, checking it out probably wouldn't hurt, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we
Wouldn't
definitely need to
hurt.
tell somebody. It's definitely very
I'm
concerning if he.
convinced.
Well,
I
evidently
don't
they.
know them, but those two are very respectable people. I trust them wholeheartedly. On this, at least.
Well,
Oh, I'm sure that they're correct. It's just, I haven't seen it, so I can't, I don't know.
evidently they did try to tell the watch, but they did nothing about it. That's why I'm saying perhaps if we are able to confirm it and bring back some sort of proof, or at least make it so I can make a convincing argument and fuck with their heads a bit.
Todd is just gonna point at
That's
Orlando
what it
like, you
takes, and
got me
that's what it
there.
takes. I sigh, visibly upset, but I'm not the most convincing person in the world after. Hi, honey. Baby. I'm not the most convincing person in the world after I saw what. I know that, you know, I know that Orlando is the better bet at actually convincing the guard to do anything, so.
Would it make you feel more content if I try to get their cooperation before we go? See if it'll even be necessary.
Please. 15
Just
miles is a long way. And we have other business.
I don't know that cider stands and fireworks quite count as other business, but.
Well,
Alright.
that might be your business, but it's not mine.
I will be right back. I have to bio. If you want to just pretend Orlando has nipped off to find the guard, go for it.
I also have to do that, so 5-minute break. Let's 5-minute break, do what you gotta do, stretch, go to the bathroom, all that jazz. I will be right back.
Hot chocolate? Meh. Maybe not. My sweet baby, I love you. Ah, let me come give you my drink.
I have
Ay, ay, ay.
returned.
I have also returned.
How late are
I
we
never
running
left,
tonight?
but my cat did.
We should be about closing out within like the next 10 minutes or so.
Okay, because I have to get dinner
Thank
started
you.
soon.
Yeah, no, I remembered we stop at 9 for EST.
Yay. That's good.
That's okay, Sven. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome
no problem.
back.
Welcome back, Mr. Sven.
Thank you.
Mr. Sventi.
My body is in pain.
Oh
No.
dear.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
It
Pain is
happens.
no fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not fun.
Do I let Silver steal my card?
What?
Silver's the one with the card on Roll20 now. Alright. So we are all back. Alright. Let us do a
Do
little
the
bit.
do?
Yeah, got about 8 more minutes.
What did I miss in that little time I was gone?
Many bio breaks. And I
What
pet
was
my
the-
cat a bit.
What was the last thing you remember happening?
Because I can hear the mic from like my bathroom. I'm just trying to like think.
Gizolabella went to go talk to the couple that Orlando had spoken with about the black stuff because she recognized them as being nobles from her home city, which I don't think she shared with us. but she vouches for them being upstanding citizens, and neither she nor Todd seem to think that it's a good idea for us to go just investigate because it's 15 miles outside of town. So Orlando conceded and said that he would try to convince the guards before deciding to go out and just personally confirm that it's there.
I think Gore would have hopped in and said that he would trust Maxillian not to curse him, and so he has no tribe for the going himself.
I do worry sometimes about your blind faith, but
He's gotten me this far.
fair.
Respect, respect.
Lucky you.
I am very lucky.
Yeah.
Todd just takes another sip of coffee and goes, "Well, so what's the game plan here?"
I believe I have to pay a visit to the watch, and I would still like to go by the library to have this looked at, but I imagine that can wait until after we deal with the more pressing matter of this blackness.
Yeah, I think that
I
takes
think we should all
precedence.
go to the power numbers. And Mistress Flora can hypothetically be another imposing presence.
Oh
as
yeah,
a,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Sick the old lady on him. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, you're gonna be doing the talking, then here. Load, please. Thank you. Um, wait. Oh yeah, Eagle's Splendor is what he gives you.
Cool.
So advantage on charisma checks.
Hell yeah.
We love to see it. All right. So after your breakfast, you guys are gonna go head over to the watch.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. Where can we go for that? All right. I don't have anything
After I
for
go
a
in and look at the
watch.
sign for the biggest bathroom, probably.
Okay. We're just going to say that it is out here somewhere is the watch. About, we'll just say it's over at this building, this big one, for convenience's sake.
I love Arge's face. Like, no,
Wow.
no. Ooh, ah.
I think it's bare
There
for
are
what is
multiple
this
arches.
fuckery.
Oh, my kitty is very cute, friends.
I believe you.
Okay, I believe you.
Okay, I believe you.
Do we want to just pick this up
Okay,
next
I believe
session?
you. I think
Uh,
that sounds
Talking
like a great idea.
talking
yeah,
to the watch.
Yeah,
yeah.
that
I
works
just
for
want to.
me.
Yeah, that's what my idea was. I just want to.
Because then we'll have like an intimidating bear also.
Yeah, I just.
I'm just assuming the arch is a little intimidating here, but
Yeah, again, I just
you know.
wanted to set up the map is all. But yes,
How
this is where we will be ending the session until next
Yeah.
time when we start.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said,
I will say
I
that
forget.
just oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I have not forgotten that you have to be gone by now. Don't worry.
what?
I was saying that to you because you keep saying thank you, and it's like no, but
Oh,
like yeah, I remembered, so don't worry about it.
I didn't remember that I said that. So thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah. Like my brain concentration meds have like worn off. So like I am like not very useful for too long. So ending at 9 is really, really nice. So I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
it
Yay, we
was
accomplished things. A whole
yay.
night's sleep, guys.
It was a lot of fun, guys. I will see you next week.
Yeah. See
Hell
y'all.
yeah.